looking down this distance is not as dizzying as looking down this way. When I first came up, looking down, it's so dizzy. I feel more aligned now. I feel like I can feel like I can orient myself better. It was very dizzying at first. And someone had to let us know that they've climbed to the top there to put the graffiti, climbed to the top of the spray can. Looks like there's some white birch still around here, on this hill at least. This is a nice little hangout spot to overlook what the west half. Could camp up here. 2023. Scent of a wild animal around here. They would have been long gone. They would have heard me before I got to the top. Whoops. And they threw the spray can down from the mountain when it emptied. Alright, so I've noticed with my forks, when I was working out on the picnic table, an advantage using the forked end for my ankle. Maybe I don't need the fork, maybe just a regular stick would help, but I found this unpleasant, pushing my heel against the hard surface. Having support makes the leg stretch experience much more tolerable. The way this land is, the way it looks, I think there's a lot of sand underneath. Too bad I didn't have my shovel. I could have actually dug in and gotten a better look. I've been debating on getting a shovel for a while. I just don't really have any great reason to have one. I was thinking maybe if I get into fishing, I could dig for worms. But that's about the only reason I have. I'm interested in getting cattail roots. I need a pretty good sized shovel for that, for some water. But yeah, something like digging into the ground to get a look at what's going on here. I'd be curious. Yeah, it looks like it was logged. There's several stumps, old stumps. These stumps look like they probably date back to the late 1800s. They are very old. And then the regrowth has been kind of slow. As old as this stump looks, it definitely looks over 100 years old. Just maybe pioneers came through and then the Conservation Corps or Natural Department of Resources just protected it. Because the way this wood looks, it looks like how old cabins look, the type of wood in old cabins now. This ages just the same. This is wood that wasn't used for building, but it's the same wood. Yeah, that's a chemical trail, as chemical as it can get. Yeah, the way these rocks are shaped, that lava obviously gave them some formation. This looks turned on its side. These fell down. These rocks turned over, probably because of the glaciers. A little bit of a fire happened on the hillside. Hollowed this tree right out. It's pretty steep. So I'm checking out the other hill here. It's pretty steep, pretty high up. I gotta give it the credit for being pretty high. I like that flat top on the end here. Looks like you could just put a home on there. It looks like the foundation for a home. Camp right up here. Nice overlook. Very steep drop. My car is just down there. I think this wavy rock formation is interesting. It's like signs of water activity. Like it was the shore, on the shore, and then hardened. All right. It's a few people an hour on this road. It almost looks like people piled these trees. Oh, they did. There's a grill top. They did. People piled trees up here on purpose. And yeah, there's a pillow. They didn't leave a whole lot of stuff behind. Maybe a long time ago, people were living here, camping out here with the roof, their pile of sticks, cushion, egg carton. Smells like urine. They weren't just peeing on their camp. Eggshells burning right here. Oh, and then they created a bit of a chimney out of the rocks. All right. Yeah, you gotta. Open campfires suck. Cushion. Frying pan. So some people had a bright idea of trying to camp out here for a bit. Oh, it wasn't a large scale operation. And they probably didn't have a car. Camping out clean. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it's a nice roof area. Huh. And the mountain that people are least likely to climb, they're more likely to climb the one on the south. And then they had a lot of free time to pile up sticks for maybe a doghouse. And this hill looks much more burnt than the other ones, so it's probably humans that set fire to the hill. There's so much sand around here. Like there used to be a beach. Water's on the other side of the road a bit a ways down. It's got such a bubbly formation. It's unique. You could almost treat the road like a trail. It's not used much, and this is paved. It's got a really gravelly look to the pavement, but it's certainly paved. Nice and quiet. People do live around here though. There's private property signs. I see houses. Barely see houses between the trees. What are the chances those campers drove their vehicles right up to that cave area or that mountainous hillside, and now they got the DNR to post this sign and somebody wasn't happy about being told that the access is restricted. Alright, it's a little after 3 a.m. I have severe inflammation in my chest and it's impossible to sleep. I'm just kind of pacing around. It's a little chilly. I've bundled up and I'm just suffering because this inflammation is causing my heart to act funny right when I'm about to fall asleep, and it's happened twice now. I suspect it might be from working with oak, taking the bark off of oak, but I don't know. There's other factors, I guess. But I have to look into the oak to understand it more. I have in the past, but I gotta look even closer this time. So at 3 a.m. I had to drink a lot of water because my heart wouldn't let me fall asleep. Just stood outside my car. It was a full moon, so I could see pretty good, but my heart wouldn't let me sleep. And drinking a ton of water, which made me pee a lot. I just had to stay awake and pee until I got tired enough to sleep. Was there something in this trail that I picked up that gave me a heart rate racing heart overnight? It looks chemically treated. What makes the most sense to me with my problem is that maybe the oak bark acted as diuretic, causing me to pee a lot, and then when I got dehydrated, it started putting pressure on my heart, and then drinking water relieved that problem. But I don't really know. I have to look into oak. I was cutting a lot of oak, a lot of the bark off, come into contact with it, and creating shavings that I may have breathed in. So it's not smoke, but I may have been breathing in small shavings of oak bark that do something. I know there's an astringent issue with the leaves. They cause graping in the intestines. But bark, there's some medicinal value to it in some way, but I forget what, and I don't have any books on me about it. I was cutting so much that I got these shavings all on the side and the back of my car. All this wood shaving. I was really drilling a lot. But the wood itself, to cause problems like this last night, it really boggles my mind. Yeah, I feel that there's tension in my heart, and it's gonna get bad again tonight. I'm not looking forward to that. And it seems like the weather has a lot to do with it. And I think, man, if I was on the California coast, if I was just on the Pacific coast, I think that maybe I would be more settled down in my heart. as the night progresses, because it cools down a lot at night, and that seems to bring out a lot of anxiety for me. Just being exposed directly to the nighttime temperature changes. They're so extreme around here. People just take it for granted, or maybe I'm just extra sensitive, but I don't recall it being so bad on the west half of the country, than the west coast of the country. So I'm noticing as I cut into the oak, so I want to make a hole in there. I'm smelling that oak wood, and it's kind of making me feel panicky. I think it's got to be like a diuretic, maybe. It'll send my heart going crazy. Just the wood, even. Wisconsin Dells. Wisconsin Dells. Alright, I'm taking my chances and seeing how the neighborhood is with me trying to park underneath that tree for the day. Wouldn't be so important to park under a tree to me if it wasn't supposed to be 86 degrees. I'm set up for evening shade, and I hope it turns out okay. I kind of don't want to be here all day in that spot. Okay, because it's too deep in the neighborhood. I can't just exercise with my sticks. But I don't think I exercise anywhere. Kilbourne Landmark Public Library. Okay. So this used to be a library. I thought so. There's books in there. It's in the park, part of the park. They got these temporary shelters up, which very much concerns me. Because it looks like it's going to be some kind of an event. This is paid parking. I'm not on paid parking. I'm in between paid parking, which is not good for me. It's a weekend, probably get busy. There's, nonfiction, so they're selling books. Probably won't be a huge amount of people here for these books. Who's gonna pay for parking to come to go buy used books? Okay. But they can also park on the side around me. I may not have the best shade spot. I'd really like to have some flexibility in moving if I did, because the angle of the sun is over there. It's angled north, so I need to try to take advantage of the north angle. There's only a tire at the bike rack, so people are stealing bicycles. It seems peaceful here, but I don't know what to think of it yet. It's Wisconsin Dells, of all things. They got a different culture. Yeah, paid parking just right here. 0 minutes. Enforce 9 to 10. Okay, all down this row. Alright, so we got pay by phone, coin, or there's a pay station, but you don't have to pay until between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. both sides of the road. But then I saw this last night. They put stickers on these meters. Free parking till April 1. And this is the grocery store that this parking is on. You wouldn't know unless you walked right up and saw this up close. So that's the first I've seen that, where they put stickers over the meter. And the stickers are on both sides. Both sides of the meter. But I don't see stickers on. Oh, wait, there are stickers on the other side too. Alright, I see there's a sign that says no parking 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Looks like I got away with that last night. I don't think I'm gonna try tonight. Probably covers this. They don't have it on. They have it on the corner. They got it on the corner, but not down the streets. It's the only spot I've seen that 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's probably why that van that parked next to me, because I slept in front of the library. It's probably why that van came early in the morning. Probably got shooed out by the cops one night. But they don't check every night. Alright, at the library, I would not have recorded this port, this solar charging station, if they had not put a handicap port. I'd never seen anything like that before. So I could come in with a cord and charge my USB devices right in front of the library. That's rare. I've actually never really seen it in front of the library like this. I've seen sitting benches. You can sit on a bench and plug in, have those in front of like 2 libraries that I've seen. Not a standing table one. That's why they put the handicap spot, because it's a standing table one, not a sitting bench. They're not only giving away VHS tapes here, they're giving away DVDs as well. Free VHS tapes. Anything good? Let's see. The Best of Barney. All the Sex in the Cities. Sugar Time. That's all quite a few. The Runaway Bride is kind of popular. And DVDs over here. Doc Hollywood with Michael J. Fox. What year was that? 1991? I don't think the tape is actually from 1991 though. Some of these are just copies from that time. Just keep making new tapes. Long after, up until there's a point, there's a cutoff time when they stopped making VHS tapes. Bad Influence. 1990. This actually looks pretty old. It's all beat up. Oh yeah. The old ones will make a nice print on the tape. The newer ones, I don't. Oh no, they got a nice red label on the tape. 1999. Marilyn Monroe, Niagara. Hi-Fi. I don't rate those old ones. Heart Condition, Denzel Washington. Out of Shape. So this statue used to be white, and it used to be at the old library over here in front of this building. And then they made this new building a little bit bigger. It's a growing city. Right. I can't believe they have something on display from 1890. This page. Little tape. Oh, Lake Superior. Alright, in Wisconsin Dells, just drove past a lot of the big ones, the Wisconsin, or the Noah's Ark, Mount Olympus, that road, all the major water parks. As I saw this on the map, and it's on the way to the Walmart. They closed, it looks like they've closed down. Yeah, wow, they've boarded up the bathrooms here. Alright, this is a free beach. Oh my god. There's just a big film of algae. But the parking is free. But it is a terrible beach. It's very narrow, very bad looking in between housing and hotel stuff. Private beach beyond this point on the other side, and this big hotel. The city's provided a beach, the main city beach, and it's the only one with the algae. All the others have been cleared, even the fishing dock. Everything has been cleared of algae except for the free beach. That is funny. Swim in this. Oh, there's a green sign. Oh, somebody made a little village. Looks like an Indian village. Complete with vegetation. Bridge. Oh, there's a water quality issue? Really? Aquatic engineering. Info at aquatic engineering. Alright. Yeah. Looks like a little issue right here. Just a minor issue. I just uprooted a mushroom. I just kicked it over and it made a tearing sound. Right there was a root. Look at the size of this thing. Just growing in the ground, this big old mushroom. Looked like a rock. It's a really lightweight rock. Do not swim in areas of scum. Sudden unexplained sickness. There's a duck in it, just loving it. Alright, at the Wisconsin DNR Dell Creek Wildlife Area, in this parking area, I see there's some grapes up here. that I'd like to reach, but they're a little out of reach. So let's see if I can get them with this stick. The trick, I think, is to use two hands probably, but I'm gonna get in there and twist the stick to get a good grip of this vine. Ow! This thing is just stabbing me. Couple of twists, because I don't need to preserve that vine. Couple of twists and a pull. And it's still up there, but it come down a little bit.